Okay. So I told my subscribers last night, but I'm going to tell you guys now that my date has changed. Yes, it has changed again. And I would just really appreciate no comments on that, because I've already gone over why the date's changed. It's literally only been the last 2 weeks that the dates have changed because of me. Prior to the dates changing for the last year and a half has been legally and medically not my choice, okay? But for the last 2 weeks, I've been making the decision. And it's a hard decision to make, I have to tell you, because I'm living in a body that doesn't feel comfortable, safe, good, nothing. It feels terrible. And so the idea of waiting 2 weeks felt like too much. And so when my palliative care doctor was over, she kept reminding me that this was my decision. This whole thing was my decision. This is when I get to prioritize myself. And I haven't done that my whole life. And so she said, when would you go if it was just your choice? And I said, now. And so we called, and the hospital had an opening for Saturday at 10 o'clock. So that's what's happening. So I have 3 days. 3 days left. All my family is coming tomorrow. I have a little gathering happening this evening with friends. I have my ex coming from PEI to stay. It's been a hard 24 hours. Obviously, this is not what I wanted. I would have never chosen young onset Alzheimer's for myself. And yeah, it's just taken so much from me, except for my good looks. Just kidding. But I know that's what you guys are going to say. And, I went off about the Jesus thing, because it's just, I didn't ask your opinion. Okay. I'm a spiritual person, and I don't need to hear about heaven or hell or any of that. That's the nerve to say that to somebody who's dying in a few days is it's kind of disgusting, actually. And I'm not normally like a vile person. I'll make jokes. Like, I'm a funny person. I'm going to make fun of like how ridiculous it is that you think it's okay to come on to my page and just, I don't know what you're like, trying to make me feel bad for dying. Like, I'm not choosing this. This was chosen for me. I didn't wake up and think, whoa, I would love to have young onset Alzheimer's at the age of 46 with two children. No, this is not what I wanted. What I want is relief. What I want is a lack of suffering. And the people that love and care about me support me. And that's what matters. And yeah, over the last few days, have I felt really sad and wished this was not my circumstance? Absolutely. I mean, this is not what I want. I don't want to be dying before I'm 50. But I have had a good life, actually. I've had a really traumatic life. It's like I've already gone through enough suffering. Let's just be honest. I've suffered enough in this world. But at the same time, the suffering has brought me to this place of, I really know who I am. And I really know that I have a good fucking heart. I am so loyal. I will fight for you till the end of time. I love hard. I love so fucking hard. And I don't know, like, growing up with neglect and abuse and then severe bullying and then addiction and then sobering up. Like, that's a lot for anyone to go through, right? And then to be as sober as long as I have, and then to get through this disease without even picking up a drink or a drug is amazing. That's amazing. Most people can't do that. And it's because I've worked my ass off. I did. I didn't just sit back and go to a meeting and hope that I'd get better. I have been kicking ass. I've gotten every single kind of help. I've been in therapy every week for 10 years. So I'm doing the work. I do the work, and it's paid off. I can say that I love authentically. I don't know that I did love authentically growing up, or even in my young adult life. I don't think I knew what that was until I started working on myself. And action is love, right? And so you have to act your way into loving yourself. You can't just sit around and hope that you're going to love yourself. You have to act your way into loving yourself, and that's by speaking nicely to yourself, going on walks, meeting up with friends. Don't isolate. Seek therapy, you know? There's so many things that you can do, but it's in the action part. So, you know, that's why I have my 2-day poopy diaper recommendation. We have to sit in our shit for a little while. There's no point in life if we're just not going to have a pity party for a few days, right? We need to have that. Every emotion I have learned in therapy is welcome in this room. My anger is welcome. My love is welcome. My shame is welcome. My blame is welcome. My sadness is welcome. My jealousy is welcome. Every single human emotion that you can ever have, whether you've been shamed for it or not, is welcome. And that's how I learned to love myself. Because anything that you're shaming yourself about or anybody else about is you not loving yourself. And that's taking you farther away from having connections with other people, having loving relationships with yourself and your family members and your kids and your friends. So the lessons I've learned just in this journey, and yes, it's been a short journey, is that I can go from thinking that I was the worst person in the world, growing up thinking nobody loved me. My whole thing was I was a piece of shit. And I thought everyone was right. Everybody hated me. I was a piece of shit. And the thing is, I wasn't. I was being told that I was, but I wasn't. And it's so nice to circle back to that part of me, which is, let's say, 5 years old. And I can look back at her now and be like, why would we ever say to a 5-year-old that you're a piece of shit? We would never do that. Well, we do. People do all the time. But me as an adult now who loves myself is over there saying to that little girl, oh my God, no, get over here, girl. Come on over here. Let's go over here. I got you now. Okay? This healed version, I'm coming to get you. Coming to get you. And we're just going to start off by talking nicely to ourselves. Okay? And the people that don't talk nicely to us, we just walk away from them. Yeah, that's what we do. And that's why I made that. It was a fun video to make about the religious rhetoric, because you can have your opinion. You can pray for me, and I've said it many times. I don't have a problem if you come onto my page and say, I am so sorry you're going through this, and I will pray for you. I often say thank you so much to that. But when you go on a tangent and try to shame me for dying, that's when I have a problem, because that 5-year-old girl, nobody stood up for her. So I'm standing up for her. Okay? And so that's why I'm saying, you don't want to fuck with me now. Because the girl that had nobody sticking up for her before has me. And I hope if I leave this planet, that's the only thing I teach. And that's the only thing that somebody gets something out of. Is that you just need to act your way into loving yourself. if I can do it, you can do it too.